Hello Frag fam, welcome to another video from Proverbs 27:9 Fragrances. Today we're going to be doing our full review on the newest fragrance from the house of Zaharoff, and it is Signature Citrine. So if you would go ahead and hit the subscribe button and make sure the notifications are on. That way you're notified every time we upload a new video. Typically upload on Mondays and Fridays. We catch a lot of Wednesdays and Sundays as well. Sometimes we just throw up a video in the middle of the day on a Thursday or Friday. So make sure that you got the notifications turned on. And if you like this video, like, comment, share it on your social media. Help us to build one of the smallest but fastest growing fragrance communities on YouTube. So spent a couple of days now with this fragrance, and I did a first impressions on it. If you haven't seen that video, make sure you go and watch it as well. But today we're going to be doing the full presentation and review. So I did kind of go over the presentation and everything in the first impressions video, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. The box is beautiful. It is their signature box that all their fragrances come in, and the just colors on this just are really beautiful, and it just, I hope the camera is really catching the gold and the green and the reds and everything throughout the little Zaharoff Z's. It's got this fern wrap around it here. You've got all your information, ingredients, and everything on the back. Your Zaharoff logo, your batch code and barcode information on the bottom. The front of the box has got that nice thick placard on it. Just a real nice presentation from Zaharoff, as you would want with a a niche fragrance. You're wanting, because you're spending more money, so you're wanting little nuances like that to make you kind of feel like you're getting your money's worth. But let's go ahead and get the opening. I've got the dry down on my left hand, and seems like to me the atomizer is not as good on this one. It may be the exact same. Let me grab my other bottle of Zaharoff, and I won't spray it on my skin because I have my dry down there, but I'll grab a sheet of paper and let's just check it out. I don't want to be saying that and it not be true. It may be the exact same atomizer. I think it really is. That smells so good. I love Signature Pour On. So I think the atomizers are the same. I don't think they went and got a cheaper atomizer. Just not as powerful of a blast as I remember. It's a good atomizer, not a great one. But anyways, you can just spray it more. And honestly, with a cologne style, now this is a cologne style fragrance. It's not an eau de cologne fragrance. It's actually parfum concentration. I'll talk about that here in a minute. But with a cologne style, meaning, and what I consider cologne style is where you got a lot of citruses on the top. You're going to want some beautiful florals in the mid, and some soft, creamy woodiness at the base, and maybe some musk, white musk, soft woods. To me, that is the perfect combination for a nice citrus aromatic fragrance, cologne style fragrance, something you're going to want to wear in the high heat, late spring, dead of summer, maybe even early fall, depending on your climate where you're at. And that is exactly the composition of Signature Citrine. You've got bright citrus at the top, beautiful florals that come in the mid, and then you've got this exquisite white musk and creamy woods. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the notes. There's a lot of them, and I don't pick up on all of them, and that's okay, because the thing about Zaharoff is they're beautifully blended So when a fragrance is blended and it's high quality materials and it's blended well, you shouldn't be able to pick out each individual note unless you're, some type of master nose. Top, we've got willow leaf, mandarin orange, sweet fennel, juicy red currant, fresh cardamom, clementine in the these are the heart notes, mid notes, clementine, pink pepper, fig wood, Corsican cistus, sambac, I probably said that wrong, sambac, Arabian jasmine. Base notes, we got purple plum, white moss, gold patchouli, frankincense, oud, sea amber, and musk. And so a lot of the signature pour homme notes, but really the signature pour homme DNA is pushed way down. It's slightly there, but what you get mainly is this beautiful melange of citrus on the top. It comes across first a little bit green, almost like grapefruit, and looking back, I don't know why it starts out that way, because the citruses is mainly orange, mandarin orange, sweet orange. There's a juicy red currant note, there's clementine. So, but it starts out just slightly kind of a green citrusy, like lime or grapefruit. And what I mean by green is not the color of it, but the kind of gives a little bitter, rindy style, and that's what I get from grapefruit, what I get from lime. But then almost immediately, like 10-15 seconds in, all that sweet orange sweeps through. Then it's led by this beautiful floral middle, which is highlighted by, I would say well, let me see here. What are the floral components here? I thought it was jasmine, honestly, or neroli, but when I look at the note breakdown, it's not really mentioning a lot of floral notes. Oh yeah, it is. It's Arabian jasmine. So the middle floral aspect is the jasmine. There's a little resinous labdanum that comes into play, which is kind of sweet and musky and earthy, and that is the cistus. The Corsican cistus is how they have it labeled, but that is basically labdanum. And then when it fully dries down, what you're left with is a little bit of kind of a mossy, creamy, woody, slightly floral. So it kind of dries down to this little, what I would say a soft, woody floral dry down with just a hint of moss. And it's really nice. It really is. Now, high quality, smells absolutely great. It smells beautiful. The problem with it is the same problem that you have with all fragrances in this genre, and that is it just doesn't have much longevity. They put a lot of perfume oil in this. This is a parfum concentration, and it's parfumed at 22%. Now, just to give you, for instance, Signature Royale X, which is their other new release, is parfumed at 27% concentration. And I just wonder if they would have matched that on this one, if it wouldn't have gave it a little bit better performance, because honestly it performs better than a lot of fragrances in this category. And so other fragrances in this category, you can see some of them sitting here, Mont Blanc Legend Spirits kind of in that category, Hugo Reverse kind of, 4711 back there, the original cologne. But what it really smells like to me, the ones that's really in this category are like Dior Homme Cologne, L'Homme Ideal Cologne, Light Blue, and I would say more of the feminine version, especially in the dry down of the feminine version. But the one that it smells the closest to me is this one right here, and that is L'Eau d'Issey Pour Homme by Issey Miyake. Now, they're plenty different. I mean, the top citruses here is, yuzu and different things. So they're using different components to kind of do the same thing. Bright, beautiful citruses, really lovely middle florals, soft, creamy woods, white musk. They're constructed very similar. This one has better longevity and performance than this one. This one has better projection in the opening. Like this one is going to pop off your skin and be a little bit louder, I would say. But they're very similar. These are both unisex fragrances. This one, I say, leans a little feminine. This one, I think, is straight up and down in the middle. It's not feminine, it's not masculine, it's straight unisex. But it's one that I can wear. I've been wearing it, I like it, and I lean toward masculine style fragrances. So that can just kind of be a little gauge to you. I can wear this one too. I've caught a lot of hate in the past by saying that this is a feminine fragrance. I think this is definitely a unisex fragrance, but I do believe that it leans feminine, at least to me. A lot of people, some people vehemently disagree with that. That's fine, that's okay. So it's fantastic as far as the smell. Performance, not so much, but it's definitely probably better than most of the ones in this category. So, if we was to give this one a star rating, 1 to 5 stars, with 3 being in the dead center. So on, the initial projection, I would say that it's probably a 3. It's not weak, it's not beast mode, it's just kind of right in the middle. On its performance for what it is, okay, and that is a cologne style fragrance, I would probably say it's a 3 to 3.5. I don't know. If you compare it with all the other cologne style fragrances, it may be a solid 4, because I've never really found one that I thought had really good performance. They usually fade out pretty quickly. But no, this one, it fades pretty quickly too. I'm going to give it just right in the middle of the road, give it a 3 for performance. For the, let's see, so projection or power, the performance wise. So price, I said in the first impressions it's priced right, being at $145 for a niche fragrance of this quality. I'm going to back up just a hair, and I'm going to say that this one, compared to the other fragrances from Zaharoff, I'm going to say that it's slightly overpriced. Again, within just judging them by them and how they price their colognes. So this one prices out the same as Signature Royale X, which I think is a very, very nice release, and I think it is definitely worth the $145. That one has a higher concentration of oils than Citrine. So I think Citrine probably should be placed maybe slightly under that, maybe at the $125 range, because you are getting less of the oils, and it does not perform as good as any really of the other fragrances that I have from Zaharoff. It doesn't perform as good as Royale, Tabac, Rosé is a beast, Signature Noir, Signature Royale are both really strong performers. So probably the weakest, and again, I'm not knocking it, you expect that from a cologne style fragrance. So I'm going to give it a 3. So 1 would be that it is way overpriced. 2 would be slightly overpriced. 3 would be right on the money. And then 4 would be you're getting a good deal. 5 would be getting a great deal. So I said that it was, kind of priced slightly under. So I'm going to give it 2.5 stars for price. And then the last P is the smell, the perfume, and it's a 5. It smells fantastic, okay? So this is a solid 3-star fragrance. If it's so different, I do. If you love the House of Zaharoff, this is one I would buy. I bought a full bottle. Didn't even buy. Typically I'll buy, one of their licensed decants. I think they come in 15 mil. I've got the Rosé in that. I've got the Noir in that. I've got the Royale in that. But if you love the House of Zaharoff, this one you want it. You're going to want to go ahead and get it because it's so different from the other line. It is their truly high heat freshy, and you're probably not going to get anything else that's like that. So I do think it's worth going out and buying if you like this style of fragrances, especially if you love Zaharoff fragrances. So that's my notes on it. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Till we see you down the road, we say God bless. Frag on, Frag fam.